Okay. I would like to welcome everyone to our regular scheduled meeting, July 15th at 4:15. I will now do roll call. Sandra Barnes. Here. Daryl Thompson. Here. Bill LaGrone. Beth Parmentier. Here. Dr. Spencer Holtum.
Present.
And myself, Lisa Torres. In closed session, public comment on closed session items. The board will extend an invitation to interested parties who wish to speak on items that are listed on a closed session agenda. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, use the raise your hand button to be called on to speak. Is there anyone online?
No, there's not.
Okay, thank you. We'll now recess into closed session. We will discuss negotiations, personnel, consultation with legal counsel, and including streams notice of violation response. We'll now convene at 4:16. Okay, we will now convene into open session at 5:08. Okay, there's nothing to report in closed session. We will now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll now move on to the comment session. Comments and announcements by board members. Sandra Barnes.
I have nothing, thank you. I have nothing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Beth?
Is it on? Yep. I just want to say I was able to attend a visit for summer school, and I really enjoyed walking around and seeing the students and enjoyed that. So I appreciate that. Also, my condolences to our school member that passed away recently in the Stanford Avenue family and community. Thank you.
Daryl?
I have no comment.
Bill? I would like to extend my condolences as well. I was able to go to the vigil for Gloria Lopez. It was well attended, so our hearts go out to Stanford family. I also like to give my condolences to the families that were affected by the shooting in Chico, at the Chico Library. We want to thank Misty Wright. She is in charge of she's the director of the library. So I want to thank her for her support services that she offered for her employees that were there and whoever else was wanting for support. Okay, thank you. Dr. Spencer Holtzum.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending this evening. I'd like to thank Lauren Albert and her staff for continuing to put together summer school. Our staff is doing a great job. We still have a lot of students that are attending, a lot of students that attend both the summer school and the after school program. Also like to thank everybody who is part of making sure our kids are fed every day. So we appreciate that. Appreciate our maintenance crew and other classified staff that are working so hard to get our schools ready because we're starting school in less than a month. Also, I'd like to extend my condolences to the Gloria Lopez family and friends. I knew Gloria very well. She was a absolutely great employee for our district, and she will be missed.
Thank you. Andrew?
Yeah, so I wanted to thank our human resources staff and Christy. They've been working a lot on hiring and transfers and also getting our new requirements for volunteer mandated reporter training all squared away. Lots of new laws and things that the Sacramento spits out that we end up with that we navigate over the summer. So I just wanted to thank that team. They've been doing a great job.
Thank you. Vince?
Sure. Just a shout out to those that were participating in the America 250 time capsule drop at the district office. We were joined by the mayor, the city, the county office of education, the police department as well, along with our board and members of the community. So thank you for a successful participation in our time capsule drop of celebrating America 250. Along that, there's a lot of work gearing up for 26, 27. So we're looking forward to trainings, math adoption, math training, along with our leadership summit that's coming up as well, July 30th. That's all I have.
Thank you. Ollie? Thank you. We'll now have comments by the public. And everyone will be given 3 minutes to speak.
Hello, I'm Lily Fung. I am the the chairman of the board of directors for Stream Charter School. And I would like to say that we did turn in our response to the notice of violation as needed today. It was taken at the district office at 1:40 approximately this afternoon. In addition, each of you should have received an email response with the entire packet there. In case your email is not working at this time, I know it's been a little glitchy for you this last year. I did bring a hard copy for you today as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Lily.
And I would like to say that I would like to point out that on June 22nd, we did receive the finalized notice of violation that your board did approve at your last meeting. We also received a second letter stating renewal policies for our charter school, also stating the notice of violation and asking for a separate response due on the 23rd. We find this to be jumping to conclusions. You have not even had a chance to respond to our response on the notice of violation. Why are we getting something saying that we're going to have to deal with this before we can consider a renewal? And I find that to be out of order, and I wanted to point that out. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Board President, can I just say really quickly, I just want to appreciate Lily for all of her hard work and her diligence on this matter. It's very appreciated.
Good evening. My name is Tim Huber. The district paid for an investigation, spending approximately $100,000, and then is using that as an offensive weapon to bring Stream into things like this notice of violation to which we responded. But they're holding it behind the attorney-client privilege. The school is actually strictly entitled to review the evidence. And tonight, as we have submitted our response, I am reminding the district that either the superintendent, as your employee and representative, or the board itself, is being disingenuous, and they are failing in their duty to keep us properly informed so that we can actually make a proper response. This response is limited because we don't actually know what we've been accused of a violation, and it makes 240-page packets inevitable, since then we have to cover everything. If you would let us know specifically, we'd be happy to be more specific.
Thank you, Dr. Huber. Anyone else? Okay, we'll now move on to action session. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Bear with me, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, so I'm just addressing the investigation against Stream with Devin Thomas.
What's your name?
Shawnee Coddington. Stream was really important to my family. My son was one of the first 100 students at Stream. We took a big leap with changing from Helen Wilcox to Stream. He had a fantastic years there. When Mr. Thomas came into the picture, the whole entire school changed for us. Mr. Thomas was an advocate for the children, and some of the people who are bringing the investigation up that I've heard of I have personal experience with, and in my experience brought some anxiety to the school. And to have him or have them bringing that up against Mr. Thomas with my experience with Mr. Thomas, I just ask that the investigation is done thoroughly and looked for answers that are the truth, not just what we might want to hear. I do have a letter that I wrote. I'd like to submit it if that's okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Thank you. We'll now move on to the action session. Okay, public comments on action session. The board will extend invitation to interested parties who wish to speak on items that are listed on the agenda. For those attending remotely who wish to comment, use the raise your hand button to be called on to speak. The Brown Act does not allow the governing board to discuss or take action on any item that is not posted on the agenda. Is there anyone online? Andrew? Anybody would
There's
like
not.
to comment on public action items? Okay. We'll now move on to the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 5 yes votes. We'll now move on to new business, out-of-state travel request to be discussed for Reyes and Nesmith.
So this is for the Apogee conference that Dr. Holtum has attended in the past. Apogee is the company that provides us our website, and it also supports us through social media platforms. The conference has a lot to do with community communication, and we've sent Dr. Holtum a couple of times, and it's been very successful, and he's brought back a lot of energy and new ideas, and is one of the ways we continue to enhance and grow our community communications. So we're looking for authorization to send Mrs. Nesmith, Mrs. Reyes, and one other person that looks like to be determined to, I believe it's Texas. In the past, it was in Biloxi, or
It wasn't Biloxi. It was 1 year was in Memphis, and then 1 year was in Arkansas.
oh, I was way off. So that's what this item is. If you have any questions.
And I just want to reiterate, I've gone the last couple of years, and it's been a great conference. And it's really part of our thrust to be better communicators to our public, to our community, and most specifically our families in our district. Apogee is the one who hosts our district website, and this is where we get trained how to better enhance that, make it more user-friendly, because the data out there will tell you that our parents, although we use Parent Share and a lot of other means of communication with our families, the website is by far the most heavily used and traveled for our parents. And so we're continually looking for ways to enhance it. Ideas that we've brought back over the last couple of years is, online enrollment. We're working on updating our personnel page more and more. But more specifically, we're really trying to do better outreach to our families. And I think we've done a really good job over the last couple of years, not only with working with Apogee, but with, our different media ways of getting information out there. And I think it's really enhanced our image. I know Christy sent you data last week that said that this year we have 100 less inter-district transfer requests than we did the year before. And we know that our enrollment has, been matriculating up. I think we're being able to retain more and more of our families. And I think this is part of the reason, because we're doing a better job communicating with them.
Do we still share those website duties with BCOE? At one point, BCOE, no, okay.
No, we're not connected with them when it comes. They still operate our IT, the network. We still use them for those, and they also operate the high-speed network internet service. But we don't use them we haven't used that. When we originally set up this website, we had brought in a BCOE consultant to help us, and haven't really used them for any support on that particular item since.
Okay.
Does the board have any more questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
I'll say.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 5 yes votes. Ratification of side letter agreement between OCESD and the CSEA regarding Article 6, Health and Welfare Benefits.
Okay, this is the third time I've brought this to the board, and finally, it's ready to go. What this agreement talks about is our current situation is we have employees in CSEA, and when you get to a 6-hour employee, you are considered 100% full-time for health benefit contribution. The problem is you're a 6-hour employee, and now you're required by law to take a healthcare plan. You can't opt out. Whereas any other place, if you're a 6-hour employee, you can opt out. But it has to do with CSEA contract language. So we're changing the contract language So it's the same as everybody else. If you're 7.2 hours or 90% or more, you're a full health benefit contribution from us, and you can't opt out of health benefits. But if you're anything below that, between 7.2 hours and 6 hours, you're going to be prorated at 89%. So that allows you, the employees, to opt out of taking health benefits. For a lot of our staff, this has been onerous, and it has been something that has driven staff out of our agency that are in that 6-hour window right there, because they're not feeling like they're making enough money as health benefit costs go up and up and up. There are some other changes in this. Another one of them is that currently CSCA employees aren't allowed to select which dental or vision plan they want to participate in. This changes that so they now can pick which one they want to participate in. And then also, as we're having, we're going to have people that are going to waive benefits now. And what we did for the people that were the 89% prorated people, so they're not being harmed in this, is we increased the cap for CSCA overall. So the 89% people get effectively the same amount of contribution as they do now. And of course, the people that are full-time will get more of a contribution. But we see this as, even with that increase, it's still going to be a cost savings because we're going to have a number of people that are going to opt out. Because right now we have a number of CSCA employees, I want to say between 10 to 15, that are on the waiver fee plan. So they're paying however much a month to not have insurance, that are in this window. So we felt like this was a big win-win for both CSCA and for the district. I wanted to credit Brandon Giles and Holly Hurley at CSCA. They did a lot of legwork. It was a lot of negotiating, and I think it was all for the good. But I'm excited to bring this to you. I think it's going to be something that benefits employees at Oroville City Elementary School District going forward, and it's going to put us on a level playing field with other agencies and other units. Even right now with OETA, it's the normal. It's not some kind of weird 6-hour thing like we have now. And I think this has to go with some old contract language that was in their contract from years ago that needed to be adjusted.
Thank you. Does the board have any questions or comments?
Thank you.
Okay, Beth.
Why are we doing?
This is the way that CSCA wanted it written up. I couldn't tell you specifically why the CSCA, it was a CSCA rep who wanted to do it in this format. Yeah.
Yeah, I will double check with that, but it's our intent to make it if it appears to be just a MOU, which I don't think that was our intention. Our intention was for it to be to be part of the contract. I'll get clarification. It would still be my recommendation that we approve it, and I will report back to the board if there's any other kind of intent. But I want to thank Andrew for his work on this, because he did a lot of work on this. But I want to reiterate that this is a win-win, because from the personnel standpoint, we were losing a lot of people that were starting to pay so much out of their pocket for health insurance when maybe their spouse already had it,
Right.
that it was driving them out of the organization. And this takes care of that issue, as well as continuing to make it more affordable for our other employees. And where our cost savings comes from is that we have people opting out. So now that we're not paying for any kind of benefit for them, that's where the cost saving is coming for us. And so it truly is a win-win, because it's not costing us any more, and we're providing better coverage for our people and better options for our members.
Right. And we want to make sure that that stays as long as possible.
And that is our intent. And that was our intent of our entire conversation about this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No, this is actually getting us in line with so BSSP, really quick, used to be self-insured. And at one point, we moved to CISC. This was all in line with the CISC rules. So when we moved over to CISC, like the 6-hour thing was grandfathered in. So we were like, and the no choice of vision or dental was all grandfathered in. But if you were started new with CISC, you would already have these rules in place. So this just updates them and gets them like everybody else.
Any more questions or comments? Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
Ma-
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 5 yes votes. Approval of side letter agreement regarding health and welfare benefits supervisors, confidential management and admin.
So these groups of people follow what CSEA does as far as their benefits go. So right now, they don't get to select a dental plan or a vision plan. And that's basically how with the ACA, how they want you to do it, where everybody's kind of following groups. So this just aligns those other groups with CSEA as far as some of the terms go. Not all of them, but some of them. So, but it gets us so everybody's basically the same.
Does the board have any questions or comments? Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Any abstain? Pass with 5 yes votes. We will now adjourn the meeting at 5:29. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.